Good morning and a warm and loving Saturday morning to you. Yes, it is warm and we are coming together just to love on each other. So I want you to come on in, and you know that we have to suit up. So this morning we are suiting up with blessings. I am blessing who today? Who are you blessing today? Come on in and suit up with some blessings, okay? I am blessing myself today for, I am blessing myself today with, I am blessing my son today, my daughter today. Come on in with your blessings. We're going to suit up with some blessings this morning. Good morning, Harrisburg. Good morning, Bahrain. Good morning. Welcome to the Global Living Room. This is the Global Living Room. This is the antiviral message. And as things are opening up, we really do need a message. So I have something to report. I'm telling you, even though we're going out and things are opening up, some things are not changing. It was 1:57 this morning when I was assaulted by the late night snacking spirit. It just jumped on me. I was sleeping, minding my business, and the late night snacking spirit got on me at 1:47. I tell you, it was terrible. I had to get up. I came downstairs. I considered a sandwich, but that was too much. Then I didn't want to wait for the popcorn, so I had 8 crackers with cream cheese, and somebody here in the community told me to get some raspberry preserves, so I did that. I had 8 crackers with cream cheese and raspberry preserves at 1:57 this morning. The late night snacking spirit was upon me, and I had to have it. Come on in. We're suiting up with blessings this morning. Come on, Brooklyn. We're suiting up. I am blessing myself with. I am blessing myself for. I am blessing my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, the world. I am blessing. Come on, who are you blessing? Good morning, and I am blessing myself that I woke up. Come on, there you go. I am blessing myself in St. Croix. Come on. I was assaulted by the late night snacking monster. You know, the snacking monster is one thing, but the late night snacking monster, that has to be just a spirit roaming around looking for spirits. I'm telling you. Did it get you? Did the late night snacking spirit get you? Now, even though the pandemic may be calming down, that spirit is still around. It's out here. Come on. I'm blessing myself. We're suiting up with blessings this morning. We're suiting up with blessings wherever you are. I'm blessing my sister with courage. Come on. Minnesota, who you blessing this morning? And what you blessing them with? Come on, bless somebody today, because what you give, you receive. And if you got anything you want to receive, blessing. And let's be specific. Let me stop talking so fast. Let's be specific. I'm blessing my son Charles with. I'm blessing my husband Barry with. I'm blessing my mother so-and-so with. I'm blessing. Come on, be specific. We don't want the blessing just floating around out there. I'm blessing the city of Atlanta. I'm blessing the city of New York. I'm blessing the city of Chicago. I'm blessing the city of Detroit. Come on, I'm blessing my son Beware this morning. I'm blessing him with persistence. I'm blessing my daughter Nisa this morning. I'm blessing her with radical healing. I'm blessing myself with stability and calmness. I'm blessing my spiritual warriors. I'm blessing all of the spiritual warriors this morning with commitment. I'm blessing. Who you blessing this morning? Come on in, suit up with your blessings. Yes, I'm blessing the babies that are being born at this time. Yes, all of them. I don't know their names, but wherever they are, it's a sign to us that God hasn't given up on us. I am blessing. Come on, who are you blessing? Blessing all the spiritual warriors. Good. I'm blessing myself. I'm blessing myself with continued youth and radiance. Come on, what you blessing yourself with? I'm blessing myself with unmerited favor from the universe this morning. That's what I'm blessing myself with. I'm blessing myself with health. I'm blessing myself with health. I'm blessing myself with clarity. I'm blessing myself with discernment. I'm blessing myself with commitment. I'm blessing myself with generosity. I'm blessing myself with humility. I'm blessing myself with surrender. I'm blessing myself with forgiveness. I'm blessing myself this morning. Come on, I don't know about you, as you load into the Global Living Room, the antiviral message, because now everybody just about is out in the world. So we are blessing ourselves this morning. How you feel this morning? If you don't feel so good, if your knee hurts, bless your knee. If your back hurts, bless your back. If your eye hurts, bless your eye. Bless it with healing and strength. That's what we're doing this morning. We are coming in and suiting up with blessing this morning. Yes, come on. Blessing. I'm blessing the marchers with protection. White light protection this morning. I am. I'm blessing the state of Arizona as their numbers are rising. I'm blessing them. I'm blessing the mayors all over this country so that they can continue to serve the people with humility. I'm blessing people of color this morning. Red people, black people, white people, yellow people. I'm blessing us all. I'm blessing cultures this morning. I'm blessing communities this morning. I am blessing. I'm blessing every aspect of my body. I'm blessing my kidneys. I'm blessing my liver. I'm blessing my pancreas. I am blessing because I'm grateful that after 67 years on this planet, I get up every morning. I don't have to take a pill. That's a blessing. I don't have nothing out of whack, out of order. Thank you. I'm blessing myself. I'm blessing myself. Yes. Here we go. How we doing? We're coming in. I see you loading in. Bless your daughter. Bless your son. Bless somebody who's trying to get back to work. Bless the first responders. Bless the firemen. Let's bless the policemen. Let's bless them. Come on. I can imagine that they're traumatized. Those who are committed to serving. Bless them. I want to bless the occupant of the White House, but I just can't do it today. I can't do it today. I'll work on it and I'll try tomorrow, but tell the truth, warrior, tell the truth. I can't do it and I'm not going to give a false blessing. I'm not going to do it today, okay? So as you load in, oh my goodness, I left my bell. Y'all keep on loading in and blessing yourself, and I'm going to go get the bell so we can get started, okay? Let me get my bell. I don't know why my bell is over here. I was cleaning. You know how when you clean up, you move stuff, and then you can't find it because it's not in. I want y'all to see my shirt. It says, hooray! My shirt says hooray. Yes, yes, yes. Come on in. Come on in. And let's bless somebody. Suit up with blessings. I know a lot of people are already out because it's warm, it's summer. I just want us to remember to be careful. I'm blessing everybody with a face mask. Okay? I got to tell you, sometimes I had that mask on. I feel like I got claustrophobia. I don't know what to do. I want to pull it down, and I can't do that in the store. That's rough for me, them masks. But I got them. I got them. So, yeah. South Africa, I want to bless you this morning. Chicago, I want to bless you this morning. Detroit, Atlanta, I want to bless you this morning. Bless you. Bless your church family. Yes. Louisiana, I want to bless you this morning. Boston, I want to bless you this morning. Canada, I want to bless you this morning. Bless you, bless you, bless you. And so we begin. Take a nice deep inhale. Come on. Yes. Doesn't it feel good when you give out blessings? And a blessing is simply a thought and intention of goodwill. That's what a blessing is. Doesn't it feel good just to know that you've given that energy out? Because what you give, you receive. So you just made a deposit in the universal bank. Now you may not know how it's coming back, but believe me, it's coming back. Blessings. Come on, breathe. I want to say great and grand and glorious rising to you. Welcome to the Global Living Room and the Antiviral Message Day number 54. We used to be here daily, now we're here weekly. This is the place where we come to gather. I'm just giving you time to finish your blessing so you can get into breathing. This is a place where we come to gather, to join together, to heal together, to grow together. We've been through a lot together. Yeah? We've been through a lot together. And now that we're going back out into the world, this is the way that we can stay connected, to continue to connect. We don't do nothing else together. We know that we're going to be here at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning together. And let's breathe. I want to do a calming breath this morning because I know everybody's all excited about getting back out in the world. I'm sure you're heading to the supermarket and the market and the dry cleaners getting ready for work. So I want us to calm this morning. And this breath is a very slow inhale We're going to do it to the count of 5. Then we're going to hold the breath to the count of 5. Then we're going to release the breath to the count of 5. So it'll look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold and relax into it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then slowly exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Again, inhale. 1 through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 1. Relax into the moment. Relax your shoulders. Relax your belly. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold and relax. Hold that breath and be present with yourself. 4, 5. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And sit there for a moment. Just be aware. Just be aware. Just be aware. Just be aware. How does it feel where you are? How does your body feel? Notice. Just notice. Nothing to do. Nothing to do. Nothing to do. One more time. Let's inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Now just notice. Just notice how you feel. Just notice where you are. Just notice what's happening. Yeah. As you go back out into the world, don't forget to breathe, even under your mask. So today, let us send light, love, and healing energy into all of the places within us that we may still be harboring a little fear, a little anxiety. If you can locate that place, if you have any, if it's in your belly or your back, right between the shoulder blades, any place, anxiety about going back into the world, anxiety about being around people, anxiety about whatever, yeah, notice it. And let us send light, love, and healing energy to those places and just let ourselves expand. And because we are all connected here through our hearts, let us see, let us feel, let us imagine, let us intend it to be so, that the violet transmuting flame, a universal healing energy, is surrounding us wherever you are, surrounding you. And we ask this universal healing energy to neutralize and transmute any toxic energies that may be present anywhere in our body. If it's in our mind, neutralize it. If it's in our heart, neutralize it. If it's in our center, our grounding place, neutralize it, so that we may be the highest vibration and energy of the truth of who we are. That we may be present with ourselves. Let us affirm and decree and declare that we are all growing and all healing in mind, body, and spirit through our connection with the Creator and with each other. Imagine you're taking over 100,000 people with you. If you've been on this thread, just think my antiviral community. And even though you may not know each other or have never seen each other, The energy that we've created together goes with you wherever you go. We've called in the energy, and it's with us. So we ask and we affirm that we each receive the energy that we need. Yeah, wherever we need it, however we need it, so that our choices and decisions as we move forward will be for our highest and our greatest good. Come on, breathe. Now see, feel, imagine, intended to be so, that you're surrounded or engulfed by pure white light. It may look like a cloud. And just let it fill you up, strengthen you. It may feel like a mist, but it's the presence of pure love. Breathe it in. Hold it. And now let it out. Again, breathe in. Hold it. And let it out. Now relax into the light of love and relax into the light of purification. Breathe it in and allow it to fill your entire being. Yeah. Let it fill you from the soles of your feet to the top of your head. You are filled with healing, loving, connecting white light. And in your mind, think the following. Shield up, breathe, and let it out. Again, inhale, shield up. Good, and let it out. Good, and just settle into the moment. Good morning, Detroit. Good morning. So our shield is up, and we breathe, yeah? Join me in placing your hand over your heart, and you can repeat these words silently or aloud with the intention that we will each receive the energy that we need from the universe, the energy that we need from the majestic, divine, sacred energies of the universe, okay? May I know joy. May I know peace. May I know love. May I share love. Let's do that again. Yeah? May I know joy. May I know peace. May I know love. May I share love. And we breathe. Yeah. How does that feel? Good morning, Indianapolis. I want to take a moment again this morning to just bless the youngins out in the street. I mean, I know there's people of all ages out there, but the youngins got it. The youngins got it. They are doing it. I'm talking about them teenagers in the 20s and the 30s, and they're out in the streets 18 days. Today is the 9th day. Shifting the atmosphere. Can you hear me? Shifting the atmosphere. Their presence. Chanting is shifting the atmosphere so that change can occur. They are shifting the atmosphere. Let's bless that. Place your hands on your heart. And just see a block, a street, wherever they are. If they're in your city, remember what it looks like on the news and just say, may you be safe. May you be safe. May you have courage. May you have courage. May you have wisdom. May you have wisdom. May you know love. May you know love. And we breathe. Because I know it's warm today, And so they are probably going to be out there, and I just want to, I want them to be safe, okay? I want them to be safe. So, our inspirational reading today comes from, oh Lord, what did I do? Our inspirational reading today comes from The Spirit of a Man, a vision of transformation for Black men and the women who love them. Now, I wrote this book how many years ago? I wrote this book, what's the year? 1996, okay? So for all of y'all who think that I popped up on Oprah, think again. I wrote this book in 1996. And while this message was directed specifically towards Black men, I think that it's a message that is not only relevant to Black men today, I think it's relevant to all men today. And I think that as women, it's relevant to all women today, okay? And I'm reading from The Spirit of a Man, a vision of transformation for Black men and the women who love them, okay? Wow. I'm reading from the chapter called This Away, That Away. This Away, That Away. That's the chapter that I'm reading from today. And this is what it says. I often think about the similarities and differences among the men I have known in my life. Why is it that some come through the maze of life with flying colors and others fumble around hopelessly? Using my father, brother, husband, son, grandsons, and godfather as examples, I have found a few plausible explanations. My father had been hardened by his life experiences. He taught my brother to be hard. It was a father's attempt to save his son from suffering the indignities he had suffered. As Black men in America, with completely different experiences, they had both been made to feel so wrong, so inadequate, so often, they believed that it was their duty to prove there was nothing wrong with them. They could not or dared not try to prove that to the world. So they laid the burden of their proof on their women, children, and each other. My father and brother yelled, argued, sometimes fought to prove their point and hold their ground at home. They were each set in their ways, which they believed was the only way, the right way. They were attached to their opinions, which of course always served to prove that they were right. They were unwilling to change, saw no need to change. They were right about the things they believed in, and if you didn't agree with them, you were wrong, period. My father, brother, and husband seemed too scared, too skeptical, too disappointed by past failures and rejection to make new choices and take new steps to do the things they said they wanted to do. They lived in the pain of unfulfillment, and it was painful for me to live among them. In response to the demands of capitalism and the American dream, my father, brother, and husband were among the Black men who were conditioned to believe that their value, self-worth, and most of the problems in their lives hinged on money. The lack of it, the devaluation of it, how people will use you to get it, what others will do to you to get the little bit of money you have. Some Black men I have known believed that by obtaining the right job or a car, which they often could not afford, they would be immediately elevated to a position of all rightness. How can it be all right to ground your sense of self in something that can so easily be repossessed? A physical sense of security is the easiest to lose because it is determined by external factors. Let me just run that by you again, men and women. A physical sense of security is the easiest to lose because it is determined by external factors. Now, didn't the corona teach us that when we couldn't go to work or drive? Those black men who understand the tenuous nature of physical fulfillment often look to intangible experiences such as justice, freedom, equality, and acceptance by other people. Black men and women believe these intangible experiences will solve all the challenges we face in life. Who do we want to be equal to, accepted by, more important than, and why? We have been taught to define ourselves, seek and limit ourselves within the confines of the physical realm, which is ever changing. My grandson, at age 4, hasn't developed opinions he would fight or die for. He's still eager to learn and open to new experiences. He is still impressionable. He has not yet figured out who he is or what it means to be in the rest of the world. In fact, he doesn't care what the world thinks about him. As a result, my grandson is free to explore and experience life as it happens, without set opinions or preconceived notions into which everything has to fit. He's willing to move and take risks. He believes in and has faith in the overall goodness of people. I know because I have to explain to him at least 1,000 times why he must not talk to strangers, who a stranger is, and how to tell the difference between a good stranger and a bad stranger. Even when things do not go the way he wants them to go, he's willing to dig in and try again. He has not yet figured out what is right or what is wrong, who is right and who is wrong. He doesn't know anything and is willing to admit that without the fear of being judged or criticized. All of his doing is focused on his pleasure, not the demands of the world. He still trusts life, which is something that my father, my brother, my husband stopped doing a long time ago. The spirit of a man, a vision of transformation. Consider this affirmation and repeat it to yourself throughout the day. I am willing to trust life. I am willing to trust myself. I am willing to trust in the goodness of others. I am willing to trust life. I am willing to trust myself. I am willing to trust in the goodness of others. We seem to just have lost that, and particularly for the men. My message today is specifically for men. And I want all my sister women to listen, because we have to support our partners, our brothers, our fathers, our sons, our grandsons. I want to speak to you today from the message of emergency. Emergency. But not in the way that we think emergency, emergency. Emerge and see. We are emerging from the stay-home orders of the pandemic. And I want us to see ourselves and the world differently, particularly the man. We are emerging from a state of stillness. And I want us to find the place within ourselves that we can hold that stillness as we move back into the world. We are emerging from a global trauma of watching someone murdered in front of our face. We are emerging back into the world in the middle of a pandemic. The question is, what do we expect to see? Emerge and see. Not emergency. Although my sense is that many men are feeling, experiencing a sense of emergency. I believe it was last week when I spoke to you about all of the energies that are going retrograde, going backwards. And all of those energies are masculine energies. Gentlemen, my brothers, I want you to know that the world is changing and that you have to see yourself and the world differently. I have sensed and seen and spoken to most of the men in my life right now are like this, frantic, not knowing what to do. Those who had to sit home and couldn't go to work, or those who had to go out into the world in the midst of the pandemic, and those who felt they were overworked, and those who went from being servants to becoming essential without an increase in pay or any level of recognition, and then to see their brother killed in front of them, and then to see the tear gas and the riot gear. The masculine energy is under assault right now. But not a vicious, violent kind of assault from the universe. It's under assault so that you will emerge differently. Emerge and see yourself differently. Emerge and see your world differently. I want to say specifically black men, but the same thing goes for white men. You got to see it differently. Because the male domination that has ruled this planet is done. You got to emerge and see that. The aggressive masculine energy that dominates, it's coming to an end. You have to emerge and see that. The masculine energy that wants to think, and don't feel, you got to emerge and see that differently. And that means you're going to have to see yourself differently. I tell you, I have seen more men crying in the last month since George Floyd's murder and since this pandemic shutdown. I have seen more men crying, but then they become ashamed of the crying. Emerge and see, my brothers. You got to clean up. And tears are a spiritual bath. You got to emerge from that hardcore, got to be my way, got to have it my way, thugging it through everything. You got to emerge and see that differently. You got to emerge from the stuff you've been hiding and lying about. You got to emerge from the places that you see yourself as weak and inadequate because you didn't do this or you don't have that. You got to emerge and see yourself differently. Otherwise, the corona's waiting to take your breath. Because that corona thing is as much about energy and vibration as it is about illness. Energy and vibration. Everybody that I talk to has had it, called it dark. Everybody that I talked to that's had it talked about the fear. Emergency yourself, my brothers. You got to look at those places where you dug in your heels or holding on to your three-piece parts and you thugging it. No. Emergency it differently. Otherwise, you're going to be in the emergency room having an emergency. You got to learn how to talk, brothers, to each other, to yourself, to God, to a tree, to a rock. I really don't care who. But all that stuff you've been bottling up and holding on to, the anger. Listen, I know that a man's kryptonite, what'll take him down, is feeling inadequate, which he then experiences as being disrespected. And he will go after you for that. Emerge and see it differently. The only person who can disrespect you is you. And the way you disrespect yourself is not by having clear boundaries and not telling people who you are. A lot of men are disrespected because they live inauthentically. They live to get over and get by and survive. And they don't show up fully in their place in their being. Emerge and see. The masculine energy is coming down. I'm telling you, brothers. So whatever it is you need to do to get yourself in balance, you got to learn how to breathe. You got to make connection with the earth. You've got to give forgiveness to the way you've treated women poorly, be it your mother, your baby mama, your ex, the lady at the supermarket. When did men stop holding doors? When did men stop letting the women pass by? I've had men knock me down trying to get in the place. And what is that? The masculine energy yields to the feminine energy and cooperates with it, not dominates it, which has been going on, not suppress it, which has been going on. I'm talking energy, which then manifests as people, okay? Emergency, brothers. Otherwise, you're going down, and I hate to see that happen to you, okay? So a couple of things that I want to say for you, men. I want to say to you, forgive me, and I'm going to talk to you in a minute, sister women, because you got a role in this. We raised them. We gave birth to them. We've tolerated and accommodated their dishonorable behavior to themselves and to us. I want to know, why do drug dealers have girlfriends? Why? So I'm going to talk to you all in a minute. Gentlemen, my brother men, I love you. Put in the thread. I'm a man and I hear you. I'm a man and I hear you. I'm a man and I hear you. I want to see if my men are out there. And ladies, you share this with your husband, with your brother, with your father, with your lover. Just tell them, here, take this link. Watch this. So gentlemen, forgive me. I'm speaking to you now as an elder, as a mama, and as a teacher, not just as another woman, okay? Come out of them tighty-whities. The people need to have some rhythm, okay? They need to reconnect with the mother nature. If you in them tighty-whities, come out. Let the people swing. They need to be free. Okay. Gentlemen, one of the things that you can do when you're feeling like this and you're feeling like you don't know and you're feeling like a failure and you're feeling like whatever is find yourself a place outside. I know many of us live in apartments, so we don't have a backyard, but if you can go to the park, if you can go somewhere where you can have a little private, sit down and let your people connect with the earth. Now, you don't have to pull your pants down, but just sit there so that your people, your people, Mr. Man and his friends. And it don't matter to me, straight, gay, black, white, Latin, don't matter. A lot of times when I went to Africa, most of the men, they just wear wrap. They don't wear pants and drawers and all that stuff with their people all jammed up in their stuff. Put your peoples down on the earth and breathe, okay? Breathe, all right? Men, you've got to start having deeper communion with your Creator. I don't even want to say pray, but if you pray, pray. If you don't, just have a conversation. Just help me. What am I to do? Men, you have to learn how to breathe. Because so many men walk around like this, out of touch with their body. Men, you have to get in touch with your body and your feelings. You have to. I know you may not want to. And men, you have to learn how to forgive. Yourself, your dad, your mom. You cannot walk around with this pent-up stuff anymore. You got to emerge from the past and see yourself differently. Can you hear me? Men, stop having goals. Have a vision and a strategy. A strategy is different from a goal because a strategy is 4 levels. You got to be able to see it, you got to be able to feel it, and then you can become it so you can do it. Okay? A strategy. So a strategy would be, let's take something simple. You want to purchase a home. It's not just about saving the money. The strategy is I want to leave a legacy for my children, and my grandchildren. I want to leave them a piece of property. So the strategy then becomes not just buying a house to have mortgage. You want to leave a legacy. So everything that goes into that will start to unfold. You start with the house. But what is the legacy? What is the resource that you want to leave them? So it's you get the house, and that means you got to improve your credit, and that means you got to take care of the land. Maybe you got to buy 2 pieces. Emerge and see from the monetary capitalistic view to something bigger and grander. Strategy. Look it up. Look it up. Have a vision and have a strategy, not a goal and a plan. Have a vision and have a strategy. Yeah. Men, again, I want to say this forgiveness thing is big. And anything you haven't dealt with, deal with it. Otherwise, it's going to beat you. Get your credit straight. Get your credit straight. Bring your taxes up. Get your taxes clear. Okay? I'm talking to you, man. Any unfinished business, emerge from that past and clean it up. Clean it up. There's a wonderful book. I can't think of the name now. But Sarah, what is her name? I can't think of her name. Lord, I just can't think of nothing right now. But she talks about love and money being ruled by the same vibration, which is, I know that to be true. And so if you have problems with money, chances are you have problems in love. And if you have problems in love, chances are you got problems with money. Okay? And it's time for you to clean it up, man. All right? Let the people, they come out them tidy whities. Come out them tidy whities. Connect with the earth. Just sit on the earth. And if you can't sit, put your feet on the earth. Okay? Put your feet on the earth. So that, and connect, and start cleaning up your heart. Forgive. I'm going to say this again. Any men who left their children behind, go get them. Go get them. If you got to do it by text, by Skype, by Zoom, go get them. Sister women. Sister women. Sister women. You got to emerge and see too. You got to emerge from thinking that you're a man in a skirt. You're not a man, you're a woman. So you really want to start becoming conscious of how you be in the presence of the masculine energy. Because right now, all women are teachers. All women are teachers. We are teaching the planet, the universe, each other, and men how to be. So we have to emerge from some of the bad habits that we've picked up. Okay? We have to emerge and see ourselves differently. You have to emerge from thinking you know what's right all the time and running your mouth and telling men what to do. Hush, hush, pray. Look at them and just pray and breathe. We have to emerge from thinking we have to do everything on our own. One of the reasons the men don't show up is because we don't make space for them to show up. We do everything because they don't do it fast enough or the way we want and the way we like. And hush, hush now. I wish I had my check yourself cards. I created a deck of cards called Check Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself. And each day you pull a card and you check yourself. Because we're out of order, sister women. We're out of order. And we have to give space for the men to heal. And the way that they're going to heal in our presence is when we go soft. Not when we come up, when we go soft. Soft with your son. Soft with your husband. Yes, Sarah McCrum. You got it. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you. I'm going to have her on here with me. Soft in your heart, soft in your body. So women, you got to emerge from the anger that you hold towards the men and see them differently. You got to emerge from the unforgiveness that you see towards men and see them differently. Yes, I know they've been a little rough around the edges, and I know they may have violated you or abused you or whatever. That's under your rug. Emerge from that. See it differently. They're not going to heal without us. They're not. And we have to stop thugging it out. We have to stop. And that goes black, white, everybody. I'm not speaking to a color here. Now I'm talking to energy. Can you hear me? I've been working with this all week, you know? So, ladies, sister women, soften. I don't mean lay down and make them be walked over, but soften in your approach. So before you go off and start reading your son and your husband and whatever, breathe. May I speak with peace. How about that? You got skills that you've been learning here. Do you use them? Or do you just come to see me give them to you? Use what you've learned. Go get that digital antiviral book and go back through them lessons. Come on, ladies. Soften, soften, soften. Otherwise, in the franticness of the masculine energy, what's going to happen is they're going to come for you. And that's what we see happening in the street. Okay? When those men get aggressive like that, it's not because they're angry. It's because they're afraid. Afraid of losing position. Afraid of losing posture. Afraid of retaliation. They're afraid. But when we go soft, you know, I love Caesar, the dog whisperer. He's taught me so much that I use with freedom and peace, yeah? They're not here. They're with my godson right now. But one of the things that happens is when the dominant dog goes after one of the other dogs, what the one who's being attacked does is expose its belly. It goes soft. And a dominant dog, I don't care what the breed is, will not attack the other dog once it shows its belly. I've seen that on Caesar. So ladies, show your belly. And don't feel that he's getting over or taking advantage or getting his way and you losing your. Emerge and see this differently. This is about energies realigning. It's about us being called to a higher order. Soften. Sometimes you just don't have to have nothing to say. Just and go in the bathroom, spit in the toilet, go eat some dirt. Okay? You know, you can find reasons and excuses to challenge this. I'm just offering it to you because that's what the Holy Spirit offered me. You can do with it what you want. You can think I'm crazy. You don't have to use it. You go away. It don't matter. I'm not going to argue with you for your limitation. And this is how we get in trouble. The universe is always speaking to us. And then here we come with an opinion. Oh, it's sane, insane. That's this breed. Go ahead. I'm just offering you the information. Gentlemen, come out the tidy whities. Put your people on the earth. If you can't stand on the earth, sit on the earth, stand barefoot on the earth, start breathing. Pick up all of those places in your life where you're hiding stuff and haven't done stuff. Clean it up. Don't try to thug your way through this. Pray. Make a connection. Yeah? Ladies, soften. Take the pants off. Make room for masculine energy to heal in your presence. Hear me? Make room for your father, your son, your brother, your lover, your partner, your husband to heal in your presence. All right? And so we breathe. Yeah. Okay. I don't know about y'all, but I'm softening. Yeah. Because I want to heal. I want to emerge. And I want to be different and I want to see different. Yeah? Okay? So tonight is the final night of Fear Night on OWN. My guest is Kirk Franklin. So I hope you will join me tonight. Spiritual warrior training for all of you who have signed up. We start teaching tomorrow. Okay? 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So all my spiritual warriors show up there. Gentlemen, I hope this was a good word for you. I hope you got something that you can use. And if you don't know, don't get into the thinking of it, gentlemen. Breathe, get still, and ask, what is my next most appropriate step? What is my next most appropriate step? Okay? My next most appropriate step. All right? Emerge and see. Because there's an emergency among humans right now. Our closing reading today, what else do I have to tell you? What else do I have to tell you? I think that's it. I confess my snacking. Yeah. Our closing reading today comes from Love and Law by Ernest Holmes. Love and Law by Ernest Holmes. All right? This is how I'm closing today. The human consciousness is full of error. And we must destroy it. How are we going to do that? It sounds logical enough, but how are we going to do it? You are going to do it by doing the right thing in the same way you did the wrong thing. Only you are going to do it differently. If you could not do this, it would be impossible to change. Here's what you're going to do. You are going to take the negative thought and convert it into a positive thought. You are going to destroy the negative with the positive. Now that's true for a thought, a feeling, a behavior, a way of being. You are going to destroy the negative with a positive. I think the same, the way that my president, Barack Obama, said it was when, and my first lady, when they go low, we go high. You're going to destroy the negative with a positive. There is nothing but mind. And mind is how everything manifests in the universe. That's why you need a strategy. Each of us is a center in mind, eternally thinking into it. Let me run that by you again. Each of us is a center, a place, a point in the essence of mind, and we are eternally thinking into it. So all of this, the way my teacher Johnny Coleman taught me, is think of everything as a batch of cookie dough. Everything is a batch of cookie dough. You're surrounded by it. And every thought you think is like a cookie cutter that goes in and cuts that cookie out. Okay? This is all cookie dough. And every thought you think, every word you speak, everything you say goes into the cookie dough and cuts out a shape that eventually will bake and show up in your life. Because of the absolute receptivity of mind and its unconditional power of creation, and the impulse it makes to create everything that it holds, the moment you think something, it begins to form around the thought, the cookie dough. And so the human race has bound itself in thought by the very thing that should have freed it, thought. If you think yourself into pain and poverty, you can think yourself out of it. If you think yourself into hurt, harm, and danger, you can think yourself out of it. If you think yourself into any level of upset, being downtrodden, being separated, you can think yourself out of it. But remember, the human consciousness is full of error, and the error must be destroyed. Deep bow to you. Have a blessed and wonderful weekend. Have a blessed and wonderful week. Emerge and see. And I'll see you next week, okay? Bye.